Hey Ted, how's it going? It's Shammi from Southtown Chrysler. Just want to send you a little walk around video, and this is going to be on the really nice Jeep Cherokee. And this is the 2021 in a really nice dark gray. Like, this is such a beautiful paint color. But at the end of the day, I did want to go over the vehicle with you. Now, this would be the 80th anniversary that we have on. This was just retired as a demo, and I did a full inspection on this one. I did not note any kind of damages or scratches on this one. And definitely, as we had that conversation yesterday, this was never smoked in. But I do want to give you a nice little walk around on this one. Obviously, you know, might have a few little bug marks in the front there. Just needs a little bit of an outside wash. But the vehicle itself is in really nice shape. It has a 3.2 Pentastar V6. Those are those nice contrasting tires that really go well with the paint color. Obviously, lots of tread when it comes to the tires. I believe this one just has about 13.8 or 14,000 kilometers. So super low for sure. Give a little angle in the back here. Make sure you're aware there's no dents or anything. Now, the back end here, you do have some parking sensors, which is really nice. Your backup camera as well. I'm just gonna pop this open. It does have the power tailgate in the back. And in the back here as well, lots of space. You do have a little DC outlet, a little plug-in. Your spare tire and your tools in the back there. You will notice that it has the regular mats all bagged up still in the back. You can fold that second row flat if you'd like to. Now, one nice thing to note and clarify is this one does have that blind spot assist function. So that will light up in amber color if someone comes into your blind spot. On the side as well, you will notice it does have smart access because it's a push button ignition. So really, you just need to push this button to get in and outside the vehicle. So really nice touch there. Now, this one does also have the really nice panoramic sunroof. Now, a few things you'll notice is one of them that we do obviously stock the rubber mats in our vehicles, and that actually comes out of an Alberta prep package. So in our Alberta prep package, essentially what you get is the locking wheel nuts, the battery blanket, the nitrogen in the tires, and you also get the mud guards, and that all comes as a kit. Now, obviously, that's something that is always installed at the store and does not come like that from factory. But you'll notice you have another smart access side on there. And the back seats as well. Zoom out a little bit. They're in really nice shape. I mean, honestly, these rear seats probably have maybe been sat in once or twice. And then in the back here, you will notice that you do have your full plug-in, and then your 4 different USBs, including the newer style USBs. Now, another thing you'll notice, police traceable. So we like to kind of give a little bit of extra security when you leave the lot. So what we usually put in our vehicles is like security etching. And I'll go in a little bit of a detail on that when I do give you a call with some numbers. But if you notice on the interior, really nice shape. Power seat on the passenger side. This one does have a one-touch up and down window, and that's going to be under driver and passenger. All right, so you do have your power seats on the driver's side as well. It's really nice and clean. Now, the steering wheel itself is tilt and telescoping. So just by pushing that button, by lifting that down a little bit, I can push it in and out. Sorry, this is going to be a little stiff because it's never been done before. And I can go up and down as well. Okay. Now, you will notice I do have my Bluetooth function right here, my cruise control. Also, a really nice LCD screen there. And this one has 14,631 on the odometer. Here's that nice big screen that we chatted about. Obviously, it's all touch, including your navigation function. And it's really easy to use. It's almost like your iPad too. You can kind of pinch to zoom. Really easy to kind of get accustomed to that one. Other than that, though, when it comes to the controls, you do have your heated steering wheel, your heated seats, backup camera as well, which is right there. Now, you will notice when I do turn the wheel, it is an adaptive backup camera, so your lines do change. And that middle line right there is essentially there for lining up your trailer hitch, okay? Now you have a little bit of storage up here, really nice spot to actually put your insurance and your registration. And you'll notice, obviously, it's kind of injected molded with that leather dash. Now, it does have the smart access function that we chatted about. And I mean, one cool function, if you're going on long drives in the nighttime, it's kind of nice that you can turn off the actual screen. To kind of reduce the glare, and obviously kind of, you know, a lot of times people do like that if they're doing lots of highway driving, especially at night. Kind of help, you know, not to put too much strain on the eyes, right? You will notice there is your push button ignition, electronic parking brake. This one has the select terrain mode, and that's going to be your auto, snow, sport, sand, and mud. You do have your USB and your auxiliary right there as well. And then you do also have a cigarette plug-in right there. Now this one will have your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So essentially, if, you know, just say you're going on any specific vacations where you might be going a little bit off the trails, and you don't want to rely on an in-dash GPS system, you know, on the risk of not being the most updated one, whether that's a year or 2 years from now, it's nice to know you have the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Which essentially just is going to help you have the most up-to-date navigation system, and it'll show up on your screen directly paired. So it'll be really, really nice and seamless the way it kind of transitions onto the screen from your phone. But other than that, I mean, here's that really beautiful panoramic sunroof. Lets lots of natural light in, obviously kind of showcase that interior. And then you also have a smart rear view mirror, and that's going to have your power dimming option, your SOS, and your assist. Now, as I mentioned to you, this does have the Uconnect function available too. So that is where you can start your vehicle from your phone anywhere in the world. And on top of that too, you can also find your vehicle as well. Okay, so if just say you need to find your vehicle anywhere, you will be able to do so in any parking lots or anything. But let me put this in drive. I'm going to take it for a nice little test drive. So let me put my seatbelt on now before it starts chiming at me. Which again is a good safety function, right? All right. Yeah, you got a nice leather wrap steering wheel. And it's actually a nice size steering wheel too, so it's actually pretty thick. Really feels good in the hands, especially with the heated steering wheel on. But yeah, just going over some speed bumps here. It's really soft. Honestly, soaks up the bumps quite well. There's one of our employees there. Yeah, but honestly, it's a pretty stress-free drive. Like, obviously, if you put down the gas a little bit, this thing does move pretty quick. It does have that 3.2 Pentastar V6, which is nice because, I mean, these do also come in the 4-cylinder option, which seem to be a little bit more common. So anytime you find them with the V6s, it's always a nice thing to know, especially when it comes to towing and whatnot, right? But yeah, overall, pretty drama-free drive. Handles obviously very tight, and you know, given the kilometers, like obviously this is one that would have had the oil changed through the shop. So that's one of the other things on our demos is maintenance on them. I mean, we limit them to about 13,000 kilometers typically. I believe 15 is the cutoff for the demos, so we don't want to put them past that 15 mark. But I mean, essentially, it definitely is something we take very seriously. All right, so I'm just going to use the backup camera here. Easy enough. And those would be the parking sensors. Actually, here, let me go up a little bit. So it is nice to know, if you would want to, you can actually turn those sensors off. Now, the only time I would suggest, let me park that. The only time I would really suggest doing that is, you know, in some sort of a wintertime scenario where a lot of times you'll have a lot of snow kind of cake up on those rear sensors. Another nice thing I just want to mention too is the garage door openers. So they are programmed and built into your actual little window visor here. And I mean, at the end of the day, it does help. I mean, it not only controls, garages, but also any kind of gates. So if you have any gated work areas or anything, it will also work there too. But here's the vehicle, Ted. I mean, definitely let me know what you think. I really hope you do like it. I mean, there's lots of nice options on this one. Obviously, price point wise, it's significantly reduced, especially if you compare it with other Dodge stores out there. And one of the nice things with us is, a lot of the Dodge stores in the city or even close by where you are, I mean, the way they get paid is on the profit. And our store, we are part of Go Auto, so we actually have a flat commission. So regardless of the profit, regardless whether it's a used or new vehicle, I mean, our commission stays the same. That way we just get to focus on finding the right car. Right, so definitely let me know what your thoughts are. And another thing I wanted to mention too is we are one of those stores that we do not charge any documentation or any kind of administration fees. So that's one thing to kind of note as well. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Ted. I hope you like it. Shammi again, Southtown Chrysler, 780-932-7597.